The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
Well, you were a veteran of the Fifth Blight, and you weren't there for everyone's congratulations and things.
There's plenty of opportunity for that later. I wanted some air.
I had no wish to interrupt your breathing, only to bring news. By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to the Inquisition. Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea you were interested in joining the Inquisition.
The assignment has been given to me, regardless of my personal interest. Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important than her own curiosity. You will require my knowledge if you are to defeat such magic. Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais and to myself. Thus, I am not opposed to the appointment.
What skills do you have that would benefit us?
I have knowledge which falls beyond the realm of most mages. I suspect this is also true of Corypheus, thus it behooves you to add to your arcane arsenal, yes? Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge beyond the realm of most mages, do you mean blood magic?
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Some of it you might consider blood magic, yes? Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess, I place at your disposal to make use of or ignore as you desire.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
Hey you! They brought out the booze and now Delancet is chucking guts into Lord Sumget's helmet. You're missing the fun part. What's wrong?
I'm just... Corypheus doesn't care what he throws at us, how many lives he ruins. So many more are going to die.
What you did saved way more lives among way better people. That's all we can hope for, right? To save better people. How about we empty their cellar? Would that help? It would help me.
Sarah, dance with me.
I don't... You be careful, or I will absolutely stomp your pinky.
Is that innuendo?
No, it's up the front.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lady Inquisitor. Please, may I have a word with you?
Just when you've solved one crisis, another springs up to take its place.
I am sorry to place this burden on your shoulders, but you are the only one who can help. With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine. We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Okay, you shut your whore mouth.
Why do you need Liliana and Cassandra?
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They represent her legacy, her hopes for peace in Thedas. they could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
The clergy is that divided emo face? Get the fuck out of here.
Liliana and Cassandra are candidates to become the Divine. How is that possible?
Not yet, but they could be. We need them to be. There is precedent. Other times when clerics remained deadlocked, a successor was chosen from outside the clergy. Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's most trusted friends and advisors. Our late Divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her, the Grand Clerics might support one of them as successor.
How long does the Chantry need them?
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned Divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
Liliana and Cassandra would have to make that decision for themselves.
And they certainly will, at a later date. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend to. You must excuse us, revered mother. Don't let them detract from your victory at Alam-Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon, Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Oh boy! So before I go around to have crew conversations with all my homies, I'm going to stop by the war table because we need to turn in some shit.
It's time to plan our next attack. What's the state of the Inquisition?
Our alliance with Orlais holds, for the present. They'll send aid on request.
And your actions at Adamant denied Corypheus his army of pet demons. With Orlais' support, our numbers match his. Corypheus's followers must be panicking.
My agents agree. Our victories have shaken his disciples.
Perhaps they'll rethink following the Darkspawn Magister from the dawn of time. Where is Corypheus now?
After you dealt with the Duchess, Corypheus uprooted his major strongholds. He's moving south to the Arbor Wilds. His army clearly wasn't prepared to flee. Our victories have them on the defensive.
They've terrorized Thedas long enough. We end them now. If Corypheus is hiding in the Arbor Wilds, that's where we'll go.
But what is Corypheus doing in such a remote area?
His people have been ransacking elven ruins since Haven. We believe he seeks more. What he hopes to find, however, continues to elude us.
Which should surprise no one. Fortunately, I can assist.
I'll ignore that you wandered in without knocking. You have my attention.
Wow, paraphrasing.
What Corypheus seeks in those Forgotten Woods is as ancient as it is dangerous.
Which is?
'Tis best if I show you.
Well, I mean, you show me yours, I guess I'll have to show you mine too.
This is an Illuvian, an elven artifact from a time long before their empire was lost to human greed. I restored this one at great cost, but another lies within the Arbor Wilds. That is what Corypheus seeks.
It's beautiful, in its way.
I found legends of an elven temple within the Arbor Wilds, untouched. It proved too dangerous to approach, and thus I turned elsewhere to find my prize. If Corypheus has turned southward, he could succeed where I failed. The Illuvian would be his.
What does it do?
A more appropriate question would be, where does it lead? If this place once had a name, it has long been lost. I call it the Crossroads, a place where all Illuvians join, wherever they might be.
This place is extraordinary. How could this even exist?
Who can say? Formed from the fabric of time and space, perhaps. The ancient elves left no roads, only ruins hidden in far-flung corners. This is how they traveled between them. As you can see, most of the mirrors are dark, broken, corrupted, or unusable. As for the rest, a few can be opened from this side, but only a few.
How did you find out about this place?
My travels have led me to many strange destinations, Inquisitor. Once, they led me here. It offered sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Not all the mirrors lead back to our world. The ancients were nothing if not resourceful.
If they don't lead back to our world, then...
Places between, like this one. I can describe it no better. For a time, I was safe from those who hunted me, but only for a time. One cannot remain in between forever.
What do you mean, a few can be opened from this side?
Some of the Illuvians have been left unlocked, like doors accidentally left ajar. All others are closed. They can be opened only from beyond.
Opened how?
With a key.
I suppose you have such a key.
The key can be many things. Each Illuvian is different. I have knowledge as well as power. Often that is enough.
Corypheus wants to come here.
This is not the Fade, but it is very close. Someone with enough power could tear down the ancient barriers.
And enter the Fade in the flesh, like Corypheus wanted to do with the Anchor.
He learned of the Illuvian in the Arbor Wilds as I did. He marshals the last of his forces to reach it. You have made Corypheus desperate, Inquisitor. We must work together to stop him, and soon.
Alright guys, here we are back at the war table. Fun times to be had here, certainly. Freeing the Valkos mercenaries, Adar, Hisra, Sata, and Myrid are dead? Ashad left, so I guess we only have one now. The rest of the squad are alive, and they don't have any stupid ideas about meaning and purpose, so that's good. Although, Karis wrote you a poem to celebrate being rescued, so not all good. Shakrakar. You know, I don't even know. Like, are those... Like, I don't even know who those are. Am I supposed to feel something about this? Because, I don't. Because I don't know who those are. An offer of help on their terms. Our soldiers report that they passed through the tunnel without incident and surprised a sizable Venatori encampment. After the battle, they had to find a different route back because the tunnel had been collapsed. They found this letter. Leliana, a letter on Dark Vellum with obviously dwarven markings. You follow instructions well. Respect our territory. Respect of our territory is a first step. We shall see. Binthus Warhelm Kalsharak. Cool, I'm glad I got an aiming module for Varric's crossbow. Like, why don't we get crossbows? I mean, come on, man. That would have been so cool. I don't know, maybe on the PC someone can make a mod where we can get crossbows. I wonder how that would work. They'd probably have to use Varric's animations for holding it, but that would be fine. Continuing research. A formally submitted report. Current progress in finding some animals in regions with closed rifts exhibit fewer altered behaviors, but the results are inconsistent. Several anomalies in hunting patterns suggest the breach still impacts local wildlife. Furthermore, some species persist in erratic behaviors. I suspect that both the opening and closing of rifts caused fluctuations in the veil that continue to disturb their natural instincts. Long-term effects still unknown. Studying the flight patterns of local songbirds may yield further results. Additional notes, I have forwarded a 50-page report to Commander Cullen, outlining ways to counteract aggressive behavior in several species. Signed, Helimza Durrington, Inquisition researcher. Yeah, Cullen, enjoy that bit of light reading, eh? Annexing Kirkwall. Ooh, goody! The worst of the... Oh, this is a nice short one. Don't know how much longer I'll be playing, but maybe another hour. I don't know if I'm feeling it. The worst of the Mage Rebellion is now past. Oh! Good job, Sebastian. That was like 70 hours ago? No, it's got to be way more than that. The worst of the Mage Rebellion is now past. However, the mage who started it all, who destroyed the Chantry in Kirkwall and murdered Grand Cleric Elthinia and dozens of the innocent faithful, is still at large. The fanatic Anders must be brought to justice, though he may no longer be in the city. Make it no! It is still home to many of his known associates. I thus resolved to invade Kirkwall to locate Anders. Wow, what a jerk, Sebastian. But Starkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city has not proceeded as planned. Yeah, it's good because, like, let's say you were, like, a nice person playing as Hawk in DA2. Like, if you, like, because basically, if you don't kill Anders, he says he will bring his armies there. And, you know, you might be thinking, well, shit, I don't want to put my city in danger. Well, look at that! It doesn't matter anyway! It didn't work out for him. Although, I guess if you were, I don't know, I guess you could be really conflicted on keeping Anders alive. However, when I'm role-playing a goody two-shoes, or just a good character in general, you know, I wouldn't be putting up with his shit like that anyway. Although, in DA2, you know, my preferred role-play character is the asshole. So, you know, I keep him alive. Fuck, like, Sebastian, fuck you! I'm the leader of this party, not Quiet Boy over here, okay? But anyway, Starkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city. Like, why would he annex it? He just said he would go to Kirkwall to find Anders, and he didn't mind hurting the city in the process. But annexing it, too? Man, you jerk. But Starkhaven's annexation of this notoriously troubled city has not proceeded as planned. The city's resistance opposes me. They forget that I do this for the good of the city and for all the free marches. As a staunch ally of the Inquisition, I entreat support for this endeavor, that Kirkwall may be brought under control before more innocents are harmed. Sebastian Vale. Well, what do we got here? I fear the diplomatic ramifications of having our soldiers seen as part of a conquering army. Let us tell the prince that the Inquisition has no one to spare. After the destruction of Haven, who would blame us? We have a chance to end this to our advantage. Aveline will back down in the face of our overwhelming force. If we bolster Sebastian with Inquisition agents as his advisors, we can keep him from doing more damage. I wonder if Aveline would back down. I wonder if she'd die if I'd pick this. The prince means to retaliate against anyone who ever harbored Anders. Kirkwall's resistance is headed by Guard Captain Aveline. With our help, she can break Sebastian's resolve and send him running back to Starkhaven. Haha, I like that option. But I feel like my reasons for wanting to pick this are too meta. I mean, I know I meta the shit out of my role-playing games all the time, but I feel like my character wouldn't really pick this. I don't know. I'm conflicted. I'll probably have to go with this Leliana one. I mean, it doesn't really fucking matter. I mean, choices don't matter in BioWare games anymore. But, So, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to go with Leliana.